No, I think we're actually in the midst of a shift, right? When we look at design thinking, we think about design thinking principles, we study the consumer, we study scenarios, we look at ideation, we figure out what people are doing, and we try to adapt to them. And sometimes we make additions so that we make the process less friction, right? And sometimes we actually insert friction because we want to get a response. We want to create a level of engagement. And I think in a lot of consumer devices, from smartphones today, they're designed very different than how people design software 10, 15 years ago. And that ease of use, very purpose-built kind of design focus mimics what people are expecting. Now, the flip side is what is actually a very unnatural interface, something people have learned over time, whether they like it or not, is Windows. Right? That is just very non-intuitive. Yet people now have trained themselves to use that architecture and use that information layout and say, oh, okay, I expect certain things there. So you can be trained to actually expect a certain behavior. But I think what people are trying to do is design something that is much more natural where possible. And so I think there's a feedback loop that's occurring. And we're also shifting in terms of what our expectations are. I mean, if you just think about 5 years ago, a iPhone really didn't exist. Right? And how we interacted and how we, expected an icon to behave. I mean, you'd be still looking for a roller on your BlackBerry, right? Rolling through text, pushing through buttons. So we do adapt and things do change. And now with things such as Connect, with Leap Motion, where we're actually using our hands and creating new types of gestures like this, that's actually changing the way we kind of work. Right. So we'll find new paradigms that kind of express that. And maybe we'll get to the point where it's even brainwaves and we actually have bionic APIs and human APIs, that are shifting the way we interact between computing and technology and humanity. We're already seeing that shift where business technology has to evolve towards where consumer is. This consumerization in general of technology has changed how people interact. A simple example in yours and our world is just where activity streams have started to become a normal paradigm, right? When consumer technology moves off of activity streams, we'll see how quickly the enterprise changes. But what's really happening is the way we communicate, the way we consume information has to be pervasive and in a way that we're used to. And so if the information is being displayed or delivered to us in a way that we're not comfortable with, then we lose that. We lose that opportunity to interact or engage.